Hi everyone, I'm Sal, co-creator of Salt and Pepper Productions, and I'm back with another Danganronpa video. During the 78th class killing game, Kyoko Kirigiri discovered a secret room in the boys' bathroom on the second floor. Following the third class trial and execution, Makoto Naegi visited the secret room for the first time. Inside, he found a desk, a stool, and a bookshelf filled with files and yearbooks. One file was labeled Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry. Inside the file was a small note that said, "You must not leave." Makoto thought the note's use of the phrase, "must not," was strange. Even so, the message felt familiar to him. He was certain he'd seen or heard those words before. When Makoto asked Kyoko what she thought about the note, she only told him that she was looking into it. She didn't share her thoughts with Makoto, but she definitely thought the note was significant. By the end of the game, we still don't know who wrote that note, so today I'm going to talk about who could have written it and why. Given the circumstances, we can safely assume three things. First, the note was written by someone who lived inside the shelter. Second, the note was written shortly before the killing game started. Third, the person who hid the note knew about the secret room prior to the killing game. The first two assumptions leave us with 17 possible suspects, the headmaster and the entire 78th class. The third and final assumption narrows our list of suspects down to 4 people: Headmaster Jin Kirigiri, Kyoko Kirigiri, Junko Enoshima, and Mukuro Ikusaba. Before I analyze our suspects, there's one other thing I'd like to discuss. Prior to the tragedy and the 78th class killing game, the higher-ups at Hope's Peak Academy researched talent and conducted experiments on a human subject. They wanted to create a superhuman that possessed every talent in existence. The subject for these experiments was Hajime Hinata of the Reserve Course. When the experiments began, Hajime was removed from class and hidden away by the higher-ups. We know from Danganronpa Zero and Danganronpa 3 Despair Arc that Hajime, now known as Izuru Kamakura, was kept in an underground chamber. In both installments, we see different characters discover and use secret passageways to enter the school's underground facilities. Why is this relevant? Well, it's possible this secret room is connected to the Izuru Kamakura project and the school's other hidden facilities. Now that we've covered all the groundwork, let's begin reviewing our suspects. Jin was the headmaster of the school prior to the tragedy. He knew about the Izuru Kamakura project, so he probably would have known about and had access to all the tunnels and hidden rooms, including the one in the boys' bathroom. When the despair and chaos on campus spread to the outside world, Jin decided to convert the old school building into a shelter where he would house the surviving students, i.e., the 78th class. Before the shelter was created, he still had questions about who was behind everything that had happened. There's evidence suggesting that he decided to conduct his own investigation and began to suspect Mukuro. After looking into it more, he must have realized that Junko and Mukuro were both ultimate despair. He must have discovered their plans to orchestrate a killing game similar to the one the student council was forced to participate in. If Jin is the one who wrote the note, he must have written it as a warning. He wanted to protect the 78th class from the ultimate despair, hence why he created the shelter in the first place, so writing the note would have been his last act of protection. Jin's desire to protect the 78th class might explain why the message felt so familiar to Makoto. Maybe "you must not leave" was something Jin said to his students regularly. If Jin is the one who wrote the note, he probably hid it in the secret room so the twins wouldn't find it so easily. He must have trusted that his daughter, the ultimate detective, would find it, which she did eventually. This raises an interesting question. If Jin is the one who wrote and hid the note, did Kyoko recognize his handwriting? When Kyoko found the note, she still couldn't remember anything about her past. So if she did recognize the handwriting, if it looked or felt familiar to her, it probably would have confused her. Maybe that's why she didn't give Makoto any details when he asked her about it. Maybe that's what she was looking into. We know from Danganronpa Zero that Kyoko helped investigate Izuru Kamakura and the Student Council killing game. When her father removed her from the case at the end of Volume 2, she decided to continue investigating on her own. We know that Yudo Kamishiro, another student who investigated the incident, discovered that there are hidden passageways on campus. He even stole a key from a security guard to gain access to a hidden elevator. Given Kyoko's sleuthing skills, it isn't that far-fetched to assume that she, like Yudo, discovered the school's hidden rooms and tunnels, meaning she could have discovered this secret room prior to the killing game, long before her memories were erased. Kyoko's journal suggests that she discovered the truth about Junko and Mukuro while everyone was living in the shelter. It's possible she discovered their plans to orchestrate a killing game and wrote this note as a warning to anyone who might find it. If Kyoko is the one who wrote the note, she would have recognized her own handwriting upon finding it again. Finding a note with her handwriting definitely would have confused her. After all, she wouldn't remember writing it. This could explain why she didn't share her thoughts on the note with Makoto. She didn't know what to make of it yet. Plus, at that point in the story, she hadn't told anyone about her amnesia. Now, I might be overthinking things, but there are a couple reasons why I hesitate to say Kyoko is definitely the one who wrote the note. First of all, she already wrote about the ultimate despair in her journal. I think the journal entry serves as a warning on its own. Why would she feel the need to write a separate note and place it in the secret room? Was the journal entry meant to be a warning, or was it meant to be a documentation of her findings? Was this note her insurance? Did she write the note in case something happened to her journal? Was she trying to make it hard for the twins to find? Was the journal entry meant for herself, while the secret note was meant for the others? Second of all, when Makoto found Kyoko's journal, he noted that the handwriting looked rushed, like the writer was trying to get the information on paper as quickly as possible. When Makoto found the secret note, he made no comments about the handwriting, but the note's handwriting looked neat compared to the journal's unsteady handwriting. If Kyoko is meant to be the one who wrote the note, why was she calm while writing the note but frantic while writing the journal entry? This could be something the artists or the game overlooked, but still. Junko and Mukuro learned about Izuru and the school's underground facilities after kidnapping and torturing one of the trustees. They even stole his eyes so they could gain access to Izuru's private room. After meeting Izuru, they began to use the hidden facilities to their own advantage. It's possible they acquired information on this secret room while Junko's plan was in its infancy. If that's the case, either one of them could have written the note. When Makoto found the secret room and the note, Junko knocked him out and stole everything from the bookshelf while he was unconscious. When Makoto told Kyoko what happened, she revealed that she let him visit the secret room because she wanted to see if the mastermind, i.e. Junko, knew about it. Kyoko viewed the attack as proof that the mastermind knew about the secret room, and she viewed the theft as an attempt to destroy evidence. She believed the mastermind was trying to get rid of information that could reveal their identity. I imagine the student registry, the file the note was in, had information about Junko and Mukuro. Maybe that information could have revealed that the Junko Enoshima everyone met early on was a fake. This raises an interesting question. If Junko is the one who wrote and hid the note, why didn't she remove the evidence from the student registry when she had the chance? Is this an oversight, or did Junko want to give the students a small hint before taking it away from them, similar to what she did with the photographs? Is the note meant to be a hint as well? Monokuma/Junko kept telling everyone to forget about the outside world and accept their new lives inside the school. So this could have been a hint Junko left behind. If Junko didn't personally write and hide the note, she could have ordered Mukuro to do it for her. Or, if Mukuro is the one who wrote the note, she could have been acting on her own. Maybe she was trying to help the students and betray her sister, similar to what she did in Danganronpa If. The odds of that being the case are slim, though. Most of the stuff I covered in this video is based on old discussions between me and Russ. We had a lot of theories and ideas about what Class 78 did during their time inside the shelter, and we decided that Jin was the one who wrote the note and hid it in the secret room. Do I still believe Jin wrote the note? After rethinking everything Russ and I discussed in the past, and after reevaluating the other possibilities, I'm inclined to say yes. Mukuro acting on her own and betraying her sister is very unlikely. If she did write the note, it was because Junko told her to do it. Junko leaving a note behind would make sense to a degree. Kyoko writing a note would also make sense, but Makoto's comment about the message all but proves that Jin is the one who wrote the note. Makoto said he couldn't remember where he'd previously seen or heard the words, "You must not leave." This is clearly meant to foreshadow the fact that everyone lost 2 years' worth of memories. They forgot about their time as students, and they forgot about their time inside the shelter, meaning Makoto heard or saw the words, "You must not leave," before Junko erased his memories. As the headmaster and the shelter's supervisor, Jin is the only one who would stress the importance of staying inside the school. Sure, Kyoko could stress the importance of staying inside upon discovering the truth, but I already discussed the questions that possibility raises. Jin being the note's author is easy and straightforward in comparison. Also, the possibility that Jin wrote and hid the note right before he died is very bittersweet. He tried to protect his students and his daughter to the bitter end. Thank you for watching the video. So, who do you think wrote and hid the note in the secret room? Do you agree with anything I had to say? Do you disagree with anything I had to say? Let us know in the comments below. Don't be afraid to like and subscribe. Check out our other videos. If you haven't already, be sure to share this video, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Bye!